This week on Rush Outdoors, we follow up on a 4-year quest for a big New Jersey buck. Then we'll explore the not-so-flattering side of the outdoors with Swing and a Miss. And, of course, member footage with Rush Uncut. Kick back and relax. Rush Outdoors starts right now.
Shoot him. He is a dandy.
I can't believe that just happened.
Lays right there.
I redeemed myself this morning and I could not be happier.
We'll give you something good.
What a hot man.
Great buck.
That was freaking awesome.
Rush Outdoors is brought to you by Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store. Closed captioning for Rush Outdoors is brought to you by the Wayne County Department of Tourism. Look them up online at waynecountytourism.com.
Hi everyone, welcome to Rush Outdoors. I'm Realtree Pro Staffer Tim Andrus. Today I'm in beautiful Orleans County on the Oak Orchard River, headed to Lake Ontario. We're fishing with Captain Mike Lavender aboard the Intimidator. You know, Mike's no stranger to everyone here at Rush Outdoors. He guided us many times here on the Oak, Lake Ontario for trout and salmon. We always come home with a boat full of fish, ready for the Sapphire Grill. Let me tell you what, Orleans County has so much to offer besides the fishing, the attractions, the parks. They have great dining, great lodging, but what I come here for, world-class trout and salmon fishing. Over the past few seasons, we've watched field staffer Joe Pio balance home life versus his passion for the great outdoors, and he's doing a great job at it. Let's join him on a whitetail hunt with a little twist.
All right, the hunt you're going to see concluded in 2015, but it began in 2011. I met this buck during archery season, middle of November, full rut, you never know what's going to happen, and he came in one afternoon. I'm solo filming, very difficult to do, especially when you got the biggest buck you've ever seen on the property right in front of you, 10 yards, trying to get him in frame, trying to see him through a peep sight, and I let one fly. Not sure if I deflected, if I never aimed, punched the trigger, or whatever. Didn't work out, but it worked out a few years later.
Those deer snuck up on me. I turned around and it was right there. The wind's not really dying down. It's 3 o'clock now. The sun's starting to go down. Temperature's dropping. My buddy Bill just texted me at 125-inch 8-point coming in, and a couple guys came in at prime time to bait their stands. Screwed him up. And that means the bucks are moving. Hopefully they move on my neck of the woods here.
Before the dawn, before the decoys, before the call. It starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings. The best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands in hunting. When you get the shot, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Shadow Hunter professional grade hunting blinds. Innovation that lets you hunt like a pro. Proudly made in the American heartland. Our systems elevate you to the perfect vantage point and are engineered for your total comfort and concealment. Built to a higher standard, the customizable Shadow Hunter system keeps you on top of your game. Start hunting like a pro today. Find your dealer at shadowhunterblinds.com.
Located in the lush farmlands of western New York, Orleans County offers some of the very best fly fishing opportunities in the country. From golden brown trout and acrobatic steelhead to powerful Chinook, coho, and Atlantic salmon, fishing prospects abound in the fall and winter. Whether you fish Oak Orchard or one of our other tributaries, you'll find uncrowded, wadeable waters to net one of these great species. Why not come and drop a line to our finny friends and see how fall fishing in Orleans County swims with color? I love New York.
Hi, I'm Todd from the Thousand Islands Bait Store. Come on in. Here at the Thousand Islands Bait Store, we pride ourselves in carrying just about anything. Rods and reels, we've got tons of them. Live bait, you name it, we've got it. Camping supplies, a wide selection of clothing, ice cold beverages, tackle. Nobody beats our inventory. Thank you very much for shopping the Thousand Islands Bait Store.
Rush Outdoors is also brought to you by Orleans County, Shadow Hunter Blinds, the New York Sportsman's Expo, Coyote Eyewear, CVA, Carbon Express Arrows, Argo, Beretta, PSE Archery, Scent Lock, Nocturnal Lighted Knox, Block Targets, Hoorag, and Carlson's Choke Tubes.
I just missed the biggest deer of my life at 10 yards. When I drew back, I looked down, I seen he wasn't in the LCD, so I grabbed the handle, moved it over, got him in frame, came back, and never settled down and lined it up. My God, that was a nice deer. 10 yards. 10 yards and I missed it. I went down to pick up my arrow and there's hair. Take a step, blood starts. And then it's a red carpet. I even reviewed the footage and I thought I missed him. I'm hoping I didn't just graze, his forearm or something, but there is blood everywhere. So I followed it for a little bit and he was heading down towards the swamp. I got some toilet paper out and go back tomorrow. I'll leave him lay.
All right, we spent 3 days looking for this deer. I got 4 guys in my party and we're grid searching. We come up empty. The blood stopped. We couldn't find him. So I went from thinking I missed him to having blood everywhere to now I'm back in a low. I'm in a funk for the entire season. I lost the biggest deer I've ever seen on this property. Fast forward 4 years, now all of a sudden I got a big buck showing up on camera. Didn't know it was him. He's everywhere. Every covert camera I got on the property, he's showing up from one side to the next. I'm trying to run into this deer during archery season. It doesn't happen. We come into firearm season. A lot of pressure on surrounding properties. I'm hoping he's staying on the property, still breeding does. I'm up in a tree with my CVA tight against the swamp, waiting for sun to come up. Second day, shotgun, firearm season. Second day, I'm hoping I see him, and guess who shows up?
All right, we're heading out for day 2, South Jersey, Buck Week, Shotgun Week, whatever you want to call it. I can carry a muzzleloader. I got a muzzleloader permit. It's going to allow me to shoot does, but I'm really after a buck. I got some history with a buck that I just can't seem to track down. So that's my mission today, is hopefully find that guy and take him out. Alright, that happened really fast. Really fast. The sun was just coming up. I could hear a chase going on. I could hear the leaves crashing. And then all of a sudden I could hear him. I could hear him grunting. And he popped out from under the hollies about 50 yards out. I couldn't quite identify him. His antlers were up in the hollies. I could hear him grunting. I didn't know there was a doe sneaking up behind me. And I never saw her. He walked about 10 yards and stopped in the open, and I can see he was a pretty good buck, so I lined it up, pulled the trigger on that CVA, and knocked that deer right down. And on the shot, the doe ran out from underneath me.
Rush Outdoors is also brought to you by the Thousand Island Bait Store, Muzzy Broadheads, Nikon Optics, Realtree, North Country Storage Barns, Hunter Safety Systems, The Roxy, Thermacell, Whitetail Institute, The Resort at Snug Harbor, Pathfinder Luggage, Covert Scouting Cameras, and Speed Cinch.
He looks like a stud. Oh yeah. There he is. That's a nice buck. Alright, here he is. I got covert trail cam pictures of this guy all over the property. never got to see him in daylight. Finally, he slipped up. Following the doe, pushing around. I could hear him pushing her. I could hear him grunting. Couldn't see him, and finally came out under the hollies. Locked up. I wasn't sure who it was. The doe snuck up behind me, and he wanted to get to that doe, so he stepped out in the open and stopped trying to locate her. I lined up the crosshairs and let the CVA bark, and he dropped right in his tracks. Great buck. Great hunt this morning here in South Jersey.
Wow, great job, Joe. Same buck after all those years. Great story. Thanks for sharing.
Hi, I'm Rush Outdoors Pro Staffer Keith Bartholomew, and when I want to know what's going on in the great outdoors of New York State, I turn to the New York Outdoor News.
Now it's time for this week's Covert Corner, brought to you by Covert Scouting Cameras. This week we feature a pick sent in by Scott Burnett of Whitetail Ridge Outfitters in Ohio. Check out this awesome looking velvet buck. Scott, and along with everybody else at Rush Outdoors, relies on Covert Scouting Cameras.
Hi, I'm Victoria Furchoff, and we'll be back in 60 seconds with this week's Swing and a Miss, brought to you by Tim's Guns of Elbridge, New York.
Check out the latest from Covert Scouting Cameras, the leader in wireless trail cam technology, now offering 3G certified models compatible with AT&T or Verizon. Don't go to the camera. Don't pull the SD card. Get your photos texted or emailed directly to you.
Attention sportsmen! Running's Great New York Sportsman's Expo is back, January 27th through the 29th at the State Fairgrounds in Syracuse. Bring the whole family and celebrate everything that the great outdoors has to offer.
I'd like to talk to you about Cozy Cabins from North Country Storage Barn. With 7 styles of certified log homes and log cabins, you can find the camp or home that fits both your lifestyle and your budget. These Amish-built cabins come with finished interiors, knotty pine walls, and multiple flooring options. And spacious rooms will give you plenty of comfortable living space. The full line of Amish-built furniture, sheds, swing sets, and much more. Visit North Country Storage Barns today at one of 3 locations in Lowville, Sandy Creek, Philadelphia, New York.
Welcome to Swing and a Miss. This is a segment of the show where we feature footage of hunts that don't always go as planned. If you're a fan of Rush Uncut, you know how exciting it can be. You also may be familiar with Rush Uncut member Shane Smith. On this hunt, Shane drew a coveted Kentucky elk tag. Let's head to the Bluegrass State and check it out. Well, Shane, I guess that was a once-in-a-lifetime miss for a once-in-a-lifetime tag. Better luck next time. That's it for this week's Swing and a Miss, brought to you by Tim's Guns of Elbridge, New York. I'll catch you next week.
I hold the spot-on advantage. And there are a million more like me, using Spot On to build confidence in shooting farther and with more precision than ever before. The next generation of shooting accuracy has arrived. Join us.
Before the calm, before the hunt, before the climb, it starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings, the best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands in hunting. When you get the shot, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Here we go.
Perfect. Big old gobbler.
Now that's a fish.
Good buck. Beautiful, beautiful pike.
Rush Uncut is brought to you by Sapphire Grills.
Welcome to Rush Uncut. I'm your host, Dave Morgan, and we're here at the Rush Outdoors Cozy Cabin by North Country Storage Barn New home to the Sapphire Grill and Smoker. Keith's gonna be joining us soon. He's out at the lease checking on some cameras, and he should be here any minute. We're gonna throw some ribs on and have a good time. Listen. Hey Keith.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how you doing, man?
Doing all right.
All right.
Just got back from the lease on the Argo there, checking some coverts, and boy, we got some real nice bucks on camera.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's gonna be a good fall.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Well, hey, we got the Sapphire Grill and Smoker.
Wow.
Heading out some ribs on here, getting ready to chow down.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
It smells good.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the word's out. Guzzy and Norm are on their way over.
Well, lucky for them, we got plenty of food here at the Cozy Cabin.
We'll get some more on the grill.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Hey, look who showed up.
All right.
What's going on?
Target for you guys.
All right, man. Hey, keep an eye on those ribs. Yeah,
That's
absolutely. Keep an eye on those ribs. We got to talk about a little Rush Uncut. All right.
So Dave, why don't you tell the viewers what Rush Uncut is all about?
It's simple, Keith. It's a place where Rush Uncut members can showcase their footage of any hunting or fishing adventures for you and me.
Hey, let's not waste any time. Let's start out with Rush Uncut member Ted Villapando on a white-tailed deer hunt in southern tier of New York.
All right, this is what it's all about.
We're gonna head to a stand set, which I think we'll have good luck with them turning, circling around, and hopefully we can get a shot there once we get in stand. Hard season. Finally got a shot on a buck. We passed a bunch of deer, as you'll see in the film. Today's November 11th. Also, I want to send a message to all the guys out there that put their lives on the line for us every day, which gives me the freedom to be out here and do this kind of thing.
Hey, great job, Ted.
Yeah, he's just as passionate about filming as he is hunting, and it shows.
Hey, I wonder how that meat's coming on that Sapphire Grill.
Hey, Norm, how's the meat? All right.
So, Dave, who do we got up next?
Okay, we're going to take it from the woods to the water with Rush Uncut member Nathan Knapp, and he's going to do a little bass fishing. It's springtime in central New York. Let's go.
Today we're in upstate New York on the Oneida River fishing for smallmouth and largemouth bass. Two of the baits we're going to be using today is a 4-inch swim bait rigged on a round 1/4-ounce jig head along with a finesse jig rigged with a 3-inch craw. So let's get this hunt started and bring you guys some fish. As you can see, a lot of these fish are right on the bottom. They're laying right against this bridge abutment, and that's a great place to get big smallmouth and big largemouth. Yeah, that's a nice fish. That's a really nice fish. As you can see, beautiful looking smallmouth. It's a beautiful looking fish. Let's get her back in the water and try to catch us another one. As you can see, fishing bridge abutments really have some decent smallmouth on them, especially in the early summer. Man, they fight hard, especially in this current. Come here.
A lot of variety here on Rush Uncut.
That's what I like to see. Great job. Picture of the week.
Rush Uncut member Clarence Bartholomew, AKA my father, catches the biggest bass out of my pond.
Hey, love pictures of the week and catching new footage from new members. Keith, tell them how easy is it to become a member?
It's real easy, Dave. You just log on to rushoutdoors.com and click onto the Rush Uncut logo. It's that easy.
And don't forget to stop out to New York Sportsman's Expo at the fairgrounds.
January 27th through the 29th, and stop in and see the Rush Outdoor crew.
And don't forget to Rush Outdoors with a camera.
Rush Uncut is brought to you by Sapphire Grills and by Beck Equipment, Fire Tower Doubles, Dovey Motors, Upstream Construction, The Rope Guys, Cape Vincent Chamber of Commerce, The Snug Harbor Restaurant and Marina, Carolina Carports, Borquin's Farm Equipment with Simplicity and Ferris, IBEW Local 43, and IBEW Local 1249.
Hey, that's all the time we have today. We're headed back to port, gonna clean some fish and have some lunch. Also, let's not forget the great New York Sportsman's Expo, January 27th through the 29th, State Fairgrounds, Syracuse, New York. Check out the website listed below for future updates. It was a great day on the water here in Orleans County. That's why I love living here. Now it's time to get into port and have some lunch. From everyone at Rush Outdoors, I'm your host, Tim Andrus. We'll see you on the water.
For more information on Rush Outdoors, like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Captain Mike Lavender, aboard. Let me get my brain set here. And he's doing an awesome job at him. Abbott.
And check it out. I'm good, I told you. Yeah, I can. Watch me do it. It's gonna be perfect. It wouldn't be like the first time I look like an idiot. What? Is that what I'm supposed to say? I don't even know. Okay.
And go. All right, let's get to Picture of the Week.